semiotics is about novelties, about unpredictability, about creation, something what we cannot predict.
I am Katre Väli. I am the program coordinator of the Semiotics Master Program here in the University of Tartu. It started in the year 2008 with the support of the Estonian Ministry of Education and Research, and first students were admitted in the study year of 2009-2010. We have a very international student body. We have students from the United States of America, Mexico, different countries in Latin America, Chile, Colombia, Brazil, Indonesia, Iran, Egypt, Italy, Serbia, Ukraine. We also admit students with different educational backgrounds from different fields, anthropology, linguistics, literary studies. And also in our study modules, we try to keep that interdisciplinarity. We have modules in biosemiotics, sociosemiotics, and cultural semiotics, and also kind of an introductory based module where we introduce the methodology of semiotic analysis and history of semiotics.
In Tartu we have university now already soon 400 years. Tartu is one of major intellectual centers in Northern Europe. And as Estonia is situated simultaneously in many borders, this is a meeting place, several different schools also within our field in semiotics, which means we historically have inherited a place which is rich already. Tartu-Moscow School of Semiotics, established by Jüri Lotman, made Tartu in this field famous. Jakob von Uexküll, who has studied in Tartu University, is related to another approach to semiotics, the more biological one. In addition, here we have American aspect via long-term good relationships with Thomas Sebeok and his approach. So Russian, German, American and local roots, all mixed, not only mixed, communicating to each other.
For understanding competencies of semiotician on job market, we have before understand what is semiotic understanding of culture in general. And from point of view of our school, culture is some hierarchy of different cultural languages, different science systems. And most universal feature of all cultures, universal feature of cultures is ability of self-description. Every culture has some skills for self-description, and each culture has many languages for self-description on different levels. But from other side, every culture is unique and needs own analysis, own understanding, specific understanding. This means ad hoc understanding. And the main value of education of semioticians is that they can understand this universal side of culture and unique side of culture and create some type of analyzability in all situations.
Mina tulin semiootika osakonda vene kirjanduse kateedrist ja siis tuli minu teemade hulka nimetamise semiootika, millest mul on mitmeid projekte, mis tegelikult kasvas ka välja ikkagi kunstiteksti analüüsi viisidest ja minu esimene projekt oli üldse siis luulelingvistiline analüüs ja sealt kasvas välja ka see nimeteema ja hiljem sai sellest üldistavam teema seotud just mütoloogilise mõtlemisega, nii nagu Tartu Moskva koolkonnas seda on käsitletud. Üheks teemaks, mille üle tahaks mõtiskleda, on ikkagi, kuidas suhestuvad siis erinevad humanitaardistsipliinid, mis uurivad kultuuri üksteisega. Semiootika on väga tihedasti seotud ikkagi hermeneutika ja fenomenoloogiaga.
My name is Silver Rattasepp. I'm an Estonian and I'm a Ph.D. student in the Department of Semiotics in the University of Tartu. Well, we humans live in a world that is full of meaning. We can never escape interpreting and giving meaning to everything. So semiotics is the study of meaning, which means that it will just help the world to open up in its fullness, in its endless diversity and endless sources of meaning and possibilities of interpretation.
My name is Davi. I am from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, and I'm the second year master student in Tartu. The two things that I find most interesting is that they have a really interdisciplinary approach. And the second thing is that you have independence and you are encouraged by your supervisor to study something that you actually like. Mainly I study political semiotics from the point of view of analysis of discourse. And right now I'm studying multicultural discourse in the Brazilian context. It feels like I'm being part of a historical event. It's so interesting that you come to a place that has such a big tradition in the discipline and you actually meet those guys and you have classes with them and you talk to them and you feel like you're part of this community, and it's cool because it's like something new and historical at the same time.
I'm Tom and from the US, from Minneapolis, and I'm a second-year student in the master's program. As an undergraduate in the US, I had one course in semiotics, and I wanted an opportunity to study it more in depth. And as far as I could find from my researches, the program in Tartu was the only one that was taught in English. The department is marked by a very open attitude towards different kinds of intellectual pursuits. So while it has a firm grounding in traditional semiotics, it's also really looking to innovate within the field and to make connections between semiotics and other disciplines. I think it's an interesting place because it combines kind of traditional established techniques and methods with newer innovations. One thing that's really great is the variety of people that are here, the variety of students. Mostly there are people from so many different countries and coming from different academic backgrounds. And so discussions during seminar can be very fruitful.
My name is Nelly. I'm from Estonia and I study semiotics. I have been studying semiotics for 7 years now. I did my bachelor thesis, a master thesis, and now I'm doing my PhD. I'm a first-year PhD student. I study semiotics. I do research on that. Semiotics is communication on animal level. It's creative. You get inspired every time you go to a lecture, every time you go to a seminar. Afterwards, you feel inspired. You want to keep on working. You want to read, you want to study. Basically, you get inspired to do anything and you get support for that.
Hi, my name is Tyler Bennett. I'm studying semiotics here for my second year in the master's program in Tartu. For us, for semioticians in Tartu at least, signs themselves, their primary characteristic is that of plurality. When we define a sign relation, whether it be iconic, indexical, or symbolic, or whatever system you want to use, we're defining a relation, an undetermined relation between two parts, in the sense that we don't address the specific meaning, but rather the constitution of the relation, which leaves the actual meaning or the interpretation still plural. And the system of semiotic modeling derives from this plurality as well. In this sense, semiotics is always changing and always flexible and always observer-dependent and developed in the present. And so when I say that the question of what is semiotics and what is my semiotics are interrelated, this is essentially what I mean.
Tartu is a really great city to live in for students. There's always something going on, and every time you go out, you're likely to run into someone you know. So it's a really great sense of community here. Also, it's quite affordable for students, so it definitely makes it a fun, exciting life.